Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. What better way to ring in such a joyous holiday than with all the reasons death would surely be upon you in any given circumstance of my choosing? Ho, ho, ho. And what better Christmas film utilizing a holiday theme why you wouldn't survive than Die Hard? As always, here's the scenario. It's your highly profitable, third world country exploiting company's Christmas party. You attend, fingers crossed, hoping they hand out bonuses. 20 minutes in, you realize they blew all that money on the 2-story Christmas tree. Your peers suck, the higher-ups don't know you exist, and the cost of winning into catering is criminal considering how much money this company makes in a single day. For the first time in God knows how long, you make the executive decision to do what's best for you. You're gonna ace this place, go back home, pretend you're richer than you are, log on Reddit, and post a classified ad. Maybe get freaky with your bad self. So you say goodbye to no one. You approach the elevator door, almost smiling as you walk. Wow, this is really happening. Tonight will be salvaged. Tonight will be good. Tonight... No! The Babe Ruth of Terrace walks in with his hoodlum gang of misfits, all badass slow motion like the hot girl in every 90s teen comedy. Except this Terrace isn't looking to fall in love with the not jock good guy. He's ready to kill anyone standing in the way of $640 million worth of bearer bonds. Whatever the those are.
Hey, Strange Thoughts. I know the answer to that. It's when you and a bear like each other intimately and you get physical.
I truly don't think that's what it is.
It's a bearer bond.
Congratulations. You've gone from simply feeling like a hostage to actually becoming one. You stand there, surrounded by people you hate. These are the people you will die with. Does that piss you off enough to figure out a way to survive? Do you feel like this situation is one in which you can adapt to behaviorally to ensure your survival? After all, it's not advanced life forms holding the entire human race hostage. It's a few well-dressed and well-armed Germans. And they're only here for the money, right? Not your life. Are you confident you'll be okay? That you got this? Yippee-ki-nay, motherfucker! Yippee-ki! Nay! First of all, there's 3 sets of you guys that are gonna die real fast. I want to get you out of the way right now. Trim the fat, so to speak. Number 1, you work the late shift front desk. Uh-oh. Come on, it's a given that you should never work the front desk at night. I don't care how broke you are or how easy the job is.
Burning the midnight oil, Mr. Smith? Hey, now don't forget to sign in.
You're not gonna make it. Number 2, you're one of those chapstick wearing ass kissers of this world. I'm talking directly to those of you who have to pocket their hand when the bigwig walks in so they don't accidentally salute. The yes sir, no sir, I'll work overtime off the clock on my sick mother's birthday if it would please you type. You would think living to please anybody above you would do you some good in a situation like this. I mean, this guy did. I don't hate to tell you goofleboofs that your brain simply can't process the truth. It's not a respectable trait to bear. In fact, it's a little annoying. Terrorists are no different. You're far more of a migraine to them than the silent head-down criers in the room. And the moment you reveal yourself to these suit-strapped killers, you are dead. Game over. Reason 3. The few, the proud, the building security. Look, it's just how the cookie crumbles, alright? Would you ever for a second be considered a sizable threat to the likes of Hans Gruber? Hell no, of course not. But you'd still die for the same reasons as unfortunate souls behind the front desk ate a bullet. These terrorists are here to invade, not persuade. Why waste precious time trying to convince you they aren't there for nefarious purposes, but they could just kill you and not have to worry about bumping into you throughout the night while executing their plan? The world needs Paul Blarders like you, so best I can say is thank you for your service and best of luck in your not future endeavors. Maybe there's a magic mall up in heaven you can patrol.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memory.
Realistically speaking, Look, one of my duties as the bearer of conclusively bad news is to take the glitzy fantasy elements out of these Tinseltown spectacles and slap you with reality harder than an angry Sally Albright. That being said, I won't let the stupid or obvious suspension of disbelief moments slide. But I also won't dissect and analyze movie choices to death either. I mean, who cares if some of these coincidences seem spoon-fed to the plot progression by the writers? After all, coincidences are by definition a remarkable concurrence of events or circumstances without apparent causal connection. Let's be honest though, do you really think John McClane is going to be the Superman of cops, or does it make more sense to assume the cop who's only there because he's trying to win back his family is more of a run-of-the-mill, do you know how fast you were going civil servant? Fear not though, I wouldn't dare take away your John McClane handicap. After all, without him, Die Hard would turn into this awkward corporate breakfast club of sorts where all the hostages who have nothing in common sit around for hours and realize, though different, they're all special and likable in their own unique ways. Who cares that in a realistic universe, no company would actually hold their annual Christmas party on Christmas Eve? Who cares that it's almost as if they had no choice but to hold the Nakatomi's Christmas party on Christmas Eve for the sole purpose of ensuring John McClane could be there? Because without him, you, as a Nakatomi employee, don't even stand a 1% chance of living in a film universe. Hip contusion? Who cares? Concussion? Skull fracture? Epidural hematoma? Who cares? Posterior rib fractures? Who cares? Severe third-degree burns? Who cares? Tendon lacerations? Who cares? Injuries, sminjuries? Who cares? One thing I can't brush aside, however, is the literal guaranteed death moments. Like the ventilator scene here. Grabbing onto this ledge at a fall that fast doesn't save him because it wouldn't save anybody who lacks superhuman capabilities. It would result in multiple broken fingers. Breaking multiple fingers in a moment such as this would make it absolutely impossible to maintain one's grip here. And that's got zero to do with mental fortitude and everything to do with the body not caring how tough you are on the inside. Now, I know some of you out there may be saying, strange thoughts, okay, I get it, John McClane dies, that's fine. I'm not John McClane here. I'm a hostage, remember? Better him than me, I say. Well, your spirits are in the right place, but what you fail to see here is no matter what you do or how you act while in the presence of Gruber and his cronies, ultimately your survival is 100% reliant on John McClane's. That makes this situation a tougher pill to swallow than my previous Why Do Women Survive videos, because you can't really say you would survive in the comments when your fate is completely out of your control. See, Hans Gruber's endgame is to take every one of you hostages up to the roof where you and everybody else will die via explosion while Gruber and gang fly off into the sunset. The only reason this part of the plan doesn't pan out is because John McClane managed to get you scared wimps back down inside before you find yourself knocking on heaven's door. Assessments were made, the math was done, and the findings concluded Die Hard is in fact unbeatable. So on Christmas morning, when you're in your bright red PJs and you're sipping hot chocolate, waving at mom who's holding a camera to your face while you unwrap the awesome shirt from Old Navy, remember for me, the moment you find yourself in a hostage situation such as this, you were as good as dead. Leave a comment for who you're going to text goodbye to. I'd love to know. You know what? No. I know you guys very well by now. Some of you catch on and realize you're a dead carcass walking at appropriate times. But some of you need that extra push. Well, here's a shove for you. Hans Gruber isn't even the brains behind your death. This whole thing is bigger than $640 million. Like the Mafia's connection to running casinos, Nakatomi is not a kingpin hard drug front, okay? Of epic proportions. Expanding their reach into the United States seemed good on paper, but sometimes problems arise when you simply weren't expecting. What they didn't take into account was how noisy us Americans are, how gossipy. I mean, you turn on the TV and you could drown in all the shows focused solely on breaking down if and how long Tom Holland and Zendaya have been a couple. So it's simple, right? Someone saw something or they overheard something. Something that would blow the lid off the shady dealings the Nakatomi chairman has worked so hard to build into an empire. And if you're smart enough to build an evil empire, you're smart enough to know an American who learns something secretive always leads to unfortunate someone talk scenarios. So what's a billion-dollar empire to do in a situation such as this in order to keep growth alive? Especially given the fact they can't outright know exactly who all knows the truth at this point. They would create a scenario that would definitively eradicate all traces of their US expansion in a manner that would also make the company as a whole look like complete victims. Come on, you should have seen this coming. How is holding over $600 million in bearer bonds inside of a safe not the biggest red flag ever? Bottom line is, the powers that be at Nakatomi need you dead. So they pull a few strings, get in contact with top-level terrorists, and quickly throw together the scenario that plays out in Die Hard.
Hans Gruber, it's the president of Nakatomi.
Congratulations! There's your answer to, if Hans Gruber knows so much, how does he not know what Takagi looks like? Takagi is a stooge, you sheep. He's not in the know to the super important stuff. Not even the passcode information. Dude literally says Hans would have to speak to the chairman. Again, disposing of him only further cements Nakatomi as victims here. So, say Johnny Awesome survives the ventilator scene, broken fingers and all, and prevents you and everyone else from a brutal, fiery death. Sure, you'll go home to your family, probably make it to Christmas morning, but Nakatomi is not going to chalk this up to, oh well, we tried. They're going to do what any great hostile underground billion-dollar blood money corporation would do. Regroup, assess what went wrong, and then execute an even smarter, more creative means to ensure each and every one of you dies. And in a very quick manner too. Every second counts when it comes to shutting up noisy Americans before it's too late. So yeah, again, Merry Christmas, my future fallen soldiers.